Volume 7. Dear Sheila, I have a father who is an alcoholic as well as a marijuana addict. My dad sometimes acts out or is hateful and mean to my loved ones or me when he is high. I want to be a good daughter and love him through this issue. Yet, I am not sure how to connect with him after he does such cruel things. Do you have any advice on how I should spend time with my dad, yet somehow get him to stop that behavior? Addicted to family. Dear Addicted to Family, dealing with a loved one who has an addiction can be really difficult. The situation is that you're the one that's in control. Believe it or not, it's really hard when someone that you love is addicted and on drugs or alcohol and says really mean things or does things that are hurtful and harmful to you. And then when they're sober, they're loving and great people that would never do that to you. So take a step back and think about that. Think about the fact that when your dad, in this case, is in their right mind, when their mind is clear and they're not under the influence of anything, how would your dad want anybody, including himself, to talk to you or treat you or your children or loved ones? And know that that is the boundary and the limit that you need to set with your dad. And if that means that you need to take your family away, walk away, or not be in that situation, that's what you need to do, because you're going to be the one in your right mind that's not under the influence at the time. So that the important part about this is learning how to set really firm, loving yet solid boundaries. And the other thing to do is to make sure that you have every single possible help and resource available for your dad when he does ask for help. Then if your dad's open to that, share with him the different programs and resources out there. I have a whole list of resources in the back of my book as well as on my website that you can connect to as a family member with someone with an addiction, as well as for your dad to get help on an addiction. And then also, if he's not open to that, we're not open to even having a discussion about your boundaries or limits or when you'll walk out. Let's say if he starts yelling and cussing at you or your child in a very derogatory way, then you're going to make a promise to yourself as to when you're going to walk away. Now, the other thing is, when a person has an addiction like that, usually you're going to know what's a set-off, what's a trigger. You're going to kind of start to notice patterns, like, okay, the holiday party kind of will set them off and they'll start drinking. So you're going to know when the third or fourth drink comes in or they start acting a certain way, it may be time to leave early. It may be that on the game day, that's the day that dad might drink a little bit too much or smoke a little bit too much or whatever he's doing. And so you may decide that on other days, those are the days you're going to visit with your dad, or in a public place where he wouldn't have access to alcohol. And that's when you're going to have your relationship with your dad. So you're going to have to take control, take your power back. And as you do that, you're starting to guide your dad also. So you're going to lead him into some healing as well. And as you set loving boundaries for yourself, it's also showing your children or other loved ones how to honor themselves. I hope this helps. As always, I wish you life, love, laughter, and light. Thank you for listening to Dear Sheila, answering real questions with real solutions to reboot your life. If you have a burning question, submit your question now to www.dearsheila.com. www.dearsheila.com.